going to be talking about karma, drinking tea, talking about karma, listen to some techno music. Let me just adjust this here. Welcome in, everybody. Let me go invite my friends. No, I'm not. Pikachu, does she need help? I'll send Holy Cow, but like, the most I could do for her is give her some support points with Cow. I could do it. Yeah, I'll go over there. I went over there the other day and then she went off. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the psychology of karma, what it can do to us. Okay. Oh, moral support. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm the only person there. I'm like all alone. She looks beautiful. Okay, let me share this with my friends. Get my friends over here hanging out with us. Welcome in. If y'all are hanging out, I'm gonna be drinking some Japanese black tea to start out the session. Hey, Obscure, how's it going? Why? So I'm a tea streamer. I stream all throughout the week, drinking tea, talking about the best life, you know, because tea is really about a lifestyle. And so on Friday nights, oh, so you can see my meter. I think my meter is actually pretty good. Pretty nice. And Hipotechi says that he's gonna pour right now. I feel bad being alone in clouds, like, as Holy Cow. Unless she knows who Holy Cow is. It's not that deep. Oh, Reddit karma. Well, we could definitely talk about Reddit karma. Like, do you think that Reddit karma... Here, let me fix my music. Do you think that Reddit karma, like, we all know what Reddit karma is, right? We all have it. Do you think that, like, Reddit karma and what it means for us and for the website is the same thing as, like, karma, which we'll be studying right now in this session? Hang out. We could have more conversation about it. But I do welcome your comments now. And it's not that deep. I mean, nothing is that deep, but then it's super deep, you know? It's kind of like one of those things. All right, see ya. See ya, Pikachu. Oh, Pikachu's gonna explain to her about the troll. I'm trolling. I'm streaming to another app and totally trolling on it. Yeah, like real life karma. And like, I guess karma's the wrong word. And I think the article that I found that I'm going to look over is going to explain to us why pop culture and just like everyday vocabulary has kind of converted the word karma to mean something a lot simpler than what karma actually is in like a spiritual sense. But it's like casually being used to explain kind of the ups and downs of life, right? That like when something good happens to you, then something bad has to happen to you. Yeah, what goes around comes around kind of stuff. Right. So that's kind of, I love you. I love you. Aishitemasu. Arigato. Harto arigato. Thank you. All right. Yeah, by the way, I'm speaking in Japanese to some people. Thank you for the heart. So yeah, I'm not talking about like the real karma of spiritual karma that can be reached. I'm talking more about like the psychology of like the idea of what goes up comes down type of a thing in our life, and how that potentially could, you know, be serving to us, or it can be defeating to us, right? And that's like in understanding this for ourselves can help us put ourselves on a path towards a better life, our best life. Hey Geobic, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. But like, you know, speaking about like vocabulary of the word karma, you have like Reddit karma. You talked about that. Like, and so is Reddit karma like a true use of the right use of the word? Maybe it's not. Because it's kind of interesting because the karma, I guess there's downvoting. So that's how there's downvoting that gives you your overall calculation of your upvoting that happens. Let's see, someone's in chat. Nope, it's just me. It was up in 1968. It didn't get killed. It was down. Right? So it's like, sometimes that happens. Dude, there's totally been mosquitoes. I guess because it rained from 70 to 78. Was that a downtime for you or an uptime? And plus, yeah, I just want to see, like, how does, like, thinking about these things affect our psychology? Like, are we better served not even thinking about these things and just, like, go with the flow and just not care about these things? All right, I'm going to read your comments. So you said, there's too many probabilities when it comes to life. I feel humans reduce it to make sense of what's going on. Simplifying the equation kind of thing. Makes sense? Yeah, that makes total sense. So you're trying to say that this like overuse of the word karma is perhaps like a defense mechanism that we have for dealing with the complexities of life. I get it. You went back and made it up for 3 more years? That's great. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Thank you so much for bringing in your thoughts on this, because I think this is exactly what we're going to get to in this article. And so I'll just give a little bit of, I'm about to start drinking some tea. I'm going to be drinking this Japanese black tea. The theanine and the caffeine in this tea will surely help with the clarity in this conversation, so we can have a really good conversation around this. When life is on high, you're on karma is up, right? That's how you feel. You feel as if like the karma balance is this up and down thing. And when things are going well for you in life, you feel like you're on this up. And then when things are not going so well, then you feel like you got this down. And so our friend on Reddit says, not everything is connected. Interesting. Okay, go drink your IV. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Birdie. I appreciate that compliment. You're going to get some good karma for that. The only way they would be connected is if that person experiencing the situation isn't changing their perspective. Interesting. So you're saying that the perspective part is the thing that's like unpredictable. And that makes sense. That's interesting. I like seeing it from that perspective. All right, I'm going to start out just by heating up all the wares, getting everything warmed up, ready for brewing. And then this is the black tea. Oh, yeah, cool. Then enjoy your IV while I enjoy my tea. This is actually a Sri Lankan style process on black tea, but the tea is grown in Shizuoka, Japan, which is traditionally green tea being produced there. So this is kind of an interesting new type of tea. Yeah, of course I'm going to drop gifts when I'm there. I'll drop a gift now. I think I have to stay there for a little bit longer to get the 50 fan noise. A little bit longer than the box. Alright, so I'm not going to brew it for too long. It doesn't need that long to brew. Because the tea leaf is kind of ground up in small pieces, I will be using this. So the strainer will hold back any leaf, and you'll see on the top there's some leaf stain there. No, the perspective is what makes people think in a simple mindset. They think because they have done good before good will happen to them in the future, right? Interesting. So do you feel as if these crutches that we're producing to help us deal with the complexities of life actually hinder our success? And when it does happen, they say, oh, you see, it's just like astrology stuff. It's like people that like put a lot of weight on their astrology readings. And you know what? I don't have a problem with it. I think it's perfectly fine, actually. Like I'm a rational, science-based type of a person, but I think it. Yeah, they hinder growth. Yeah, they hinder the growth, right? So this is good insight. We're already collecting. We haven't even looked at the article yet, and our friend here on Reddit has already provided a lot of insight. Oh, I love you, cool cat. Love you. I'm like multitasking big time right now. Did I reach my next level? And holy cow, I'll give her more hearts. Leading people to have expectations, right? You have expectations. I think that's the key thing. Lovely tea. Look how dark that is. It brews so dark. A lot of that is because of how crushed up, how small the leaf is. It has a lot of surface area, so it steeps very deeply. All right, so I'm going to start reading this article to y'all. I think it should be an easy enough article. I've got it here, so if y'all want to follow along, you can. This is an article coming from, I think this is like a thesis. It looks Russian. I mean, these headings look Russian, at least. That's interesting. Hey, Alan, thank you for the quacky. Appreciate it. And the spill the tea. I'm spilling some tea right now, and we're talking about karma. Okay, so this is a candidate of psychology sciences, Ozerova Yulia. So I guess it is Russian, probably someone, your Russian university. Karma has recently become a commonly used word. Most people know that it means the law of action and reaction. The way we act create a positive or negative reaction. According to the famous saying from the Bible, we reap what we sow. Meaning that our activities are like a boomerang, returning to us in either a positive or negative way, depending on our actions. Karma creates an imprint in our consciousness that determines our instincts, moods, and relationships. Cool cat has left the building. Well, hopefully we'll see him again soon. The karma we collect during our lives blurs our consciousness and clear vision just like dust covers clean glass. As long as we see the world through the glasses of our karma, our life is filled with the desire to satisfy our senses. This removes us from our original self, the pure soul, and thus our attitude and approach towards life and the world covers our original spiritual identity, keeping us in illusion. How can we rid ourselves of the karma we carry not only from this life, but from our past wanderings in this world? If these karmic reactions define our life, how can we be aware of them and use this process of our own benefit? Oh, this goes really deep as far as like even talking about karmas and energies that we may have been collecting for lifetimes versus just like, yeah, it's always with us. I don't know. That's what this paper is saying. I don't know. Let's keep reading. It's not too long of a read. I'm like almost halfway through with it, so don't worry. It'll be a good one. We can get through. Srimad Bhagavatam says, as long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance. Hey Fun Pococha, thanks for the like. Right? Yeah, this paper already referenced the Bible. What you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruitative activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear. And as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. As long as we don't inquire about the spiritual values of life, we can be sure that our consciousness is under the influence of the material energy that hides reality from us. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to read that one again. Yeah, all the family's gone. They didn't like the conversation. No, they went to go support others, which is fine. Which is fine. I mean, my meter is definitely good. I'm going to read that sentence again. I liked it. As long as we don't inquire about the spiritual values of life, we can be sure that our consciousness is under the influence of the material energy that hides reality from us. Now, I know that this is a little bit, off from the viewpoint earlier. Thank you, Alan. The broadcaster likes you as well. So before, our friend on Reddit was saying that, like, kind of surrendering ourselves to the spiritual viewpoints of, like, what comes up comes down can actually hinder grand claims, right? As long as we don't inquire about the spiritual values of life, we can be sure that our consciousness is under the influence of the material energy that hides reality from us. And you know what? Like, I'm not gonna say she's wrong. I gendered she. I'm not too sure. We make our own karma. I think that that's not wrong as well. Like, just as if, like, we can go through our life without even relying on those, like, karmic energy exchanges and, like, trying to calculate our life's actions based on those. You could also have the viewpoint that, like, I am just creating my karma as I go. And I kind of feel like that's what that's like the value that I carry in my life personally. And it's pretty amazing. It's like bad shit happens to me all the time. I'm not trying to deny that bad stuff doesn't happen to me, that those lows don't happen for me. But, like, I'm so super hyper focused on all the positives. And, I feel like it's healthy. It's never given me trouble in the past. It's actually made me very resilient towards when bad things happen. I don't become anxious. I don't, lose confidence. Because I am so focused on kind of creating my own karmic energetics that, like, oh, don't worry, more positive is on its way, versus being like, trying to calculate, oh shoot, like this good thing happened for me, so I better be ready for when this next bad thing is going to happen for me. It's like you make things happen. Manifesting. That's the term for it. And manifesting, the concept of manifesting, which I talk about on this stream a lot, is a very spiritual thing. But, you know, there was one time I was talking about fractal designs, and we went deep into the discussion about string theory and quantum physics, and how, you know, people like the Dalai Lama make claims that when we can start measuring the strings of string theory or the vibrations, those exchanges, then we would be able to completely explain all of spirituality. I find that pretty cool. That's where it has carried me for 68 years. See, right? You manifested your future, your life. I don't think the focus is the karma. It's the characteristics that you're trying to embody from doing good acts. Exactly, right? So that's not karma. And that's why, like, I'm doing this study, because I kind of got into a little bit of a disagreement with a friend who was like making all of these calculations in his head because he's experiencing a string of good fortunes right now, which is fabulous. I was so happy for him. And I, wanted to like encourage him that more good is going to just happen for him. And we can never foresee our life. We just have to go with it and manifest what we want from it versus like, So I believe that karma is a thing, but it's in the sense of like how string theory is like, there's just a random amount of this mass that is the exact same thing everywhere, but based on how all of these vibrate, it creates this reality. There's something super spiritual to that. What is the karma of denying truth? That's interesting. Ooh. Delusion. So I believe karma is that same type of thing where like the butterfly effect, how like one action affects another one effect, like it's all kind of connected in that sense, the interconnectivity of energies and intentions, and then also, mass, like physical mass as well, and consciousnesses, and all of these things are all made of the same shit. That's like people say, if you could go back, would you change anything? Exactly. So there's another activity that is hindering towards our growth, towards our manifestation, is focusing on regrets from the past, right? Oh, if I only had done this, then my life would be so different now. And I've known people that do that, and it's... like, having regrets about the past and investing your energy and your manifestation power, all of that, that's all related, into thinking about the regrets of the past. Life-changing events. It's like thinking back on all the negative things that have happened to you, right? I could think back on them and I could be like, it is pretty healthy to try to understand the context of why that mistake was made, why that bad energetic exchange happened in your life. But to like focus on it for the rest of your life and almost have like this chip on your shoulder. Like, I've met people that like, it is something that happened 30 years in the past, and they're still excusing other situations or mistakes that they made in their life because of that first bad fortune that happened to them, and that it's like, oh, I deserve this unfortunate life because of these things from the past, instead of just focusing forward. That's what I mean. Your life is planned in the book of life. Well, how do we gain access to the book of life? Oh, yep. Well, that's one text. Oh, mushrooms? Do you like mushrooms? Mushrooms are pretty good. All types of mushrooms are pretty good. I'm just drinking some black tea, though. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind... Okay, I already read all this. Let's see. If the eternal soul identifies itself with the material body, this is not a natural situation for him. In this confused identity, he cannot attain real self-evaluation and healthy self-confidence. From the spiritual point of view, it is considered to be madness, or a very confused state of mind. This happens to everyone in the material world to some degree. In this confusion, the soul turns to the enjoyment of the material world. But this is not real enjoyment. For him, and for the result, further bondage. The goal of self-gratification is not only to alleviate one's thirst for happiness, but also to hide the voice of conscience, which says, "You are born to do more." Often we don't want to face our past material activities and reap their results. Thus we take shelter in the employment of the senses, escaping from ourself, although it is not real ourself, because we are under the influence of false ego. We are attached to a false mental identity that was created by our past activities. This shadow is following us wherever we go. Standing in the limelight of our life, there is a long shadow behind us, and we don't want to see it. It would be very disturbing to turn and face it, and confuses the image we have created of ourselves. However, sooner or later, we have to face ourselves. We have to understand who we are and why we suffer. And with the help of transcendental knowledge, we have to get out of the pit that made for ourselves by our past activities. Cheers to that, Alan. See, it's simple. It's simple. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you brought up some karma related to the pandemic. That's a fine perspective. Yeah, I mean it's a rough viewpoint. Yeah, you can't change your past, only the future of how you live it. That's true. You gotta get them 2 jobs, bruh. But even within the jabs, there is karma. There is this energetic exchange, right? And I'm not an expert on this, but there's actually some merit to one of the anti-vax arguments that I hear. And don't worry, I'm vaccinated. I did it because I understand science. I understand how that works. But I do hear one argument that I think is quite interesting. Hey, Craig, thanks for the awesome hashtag. Welcome back in. Good to see you. One argument that I hear that's quite interesting that I understand and validate is that the vaccine itself is helping to mutate the virus into something completely different. Like, it's affecting it, right? And that's karmic reactions. Like, yeah, we are putting this measure forward to try to react and, like, you know, oppress the pandemic in a way that we can get back to living our lives again. But in doing that, you're, like, creating this whole new factor that's going to affect the future. And so I think it's a valid point, but we also have to like make value judgments of these karmic exchanges, you know, and that's where like the ethics and the really sticky stuff comes in, of like where we could have discourse of like, well, if we go down this path, this will be the karmic energetic exchanges versus going down this path versus going down this path, and just make the best decision that we can make, understanding that our choices and actions are going to affect other things. I know that was a hot take, but I just thought it was kind of interesting about how there, you know, there's all types of, and that's how it's like an infinite, it's like a freaking, what do you call that? A fractal. There's intimate complexities in these things. There's intimate choose your own adventures. It's the infinity page, choose your own adventure. Right? Craig, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about karma. I'm doing a little deep study into the principles of karma and the psychology of karma. And it's a lot of talk about spirituality. Yeah. So yeah, we're just having a nice little conversation here. I appreciate all y'all being here. Again, I'm drinking some Japanese black tea. Beautiful black tea from Shizuoka, Japan. Look at that color. Beautiful. Your writing brings you back to those days. That's good, Craig. Awesome. Hey, me. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. We're talking about karma. Hang out. You're welcome to hang out. Contribute. Comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know. All right. The effects of karma may be very old indeed. We are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial. But we can change the results of our karma or our activity, and this change depends on the perfection of our knowledge. We are engaged in various activities. Undoubtedly, we do not know what sort of activities we should adopt to gain relief from the actions and reactions of all those activities. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll check out the coloring job. Kara is a beach. The transcendental process of Krishna consciousness ensures a method for spiritual aspirants by which they can get to know their real spiritual self and become free from karmic reactions collected both in past and present lives. This process teaches us to live in this world in such a way that we don't collect more karmic reactions. If we learn the art activity, then our activities will not bring more bondage, but liberation. Let us not forget, we are born for more. We are born for more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is... What? And then there's like an article about tourism right after that. That's interesting. All right, let's go back to Google Scholar, see whatever else we can find. What are the causes and consequences of belief in karma? Let's look at this article. This one could be good. Oh, karma is a beach. That's funny, me. I like that one. That's good. All right, so this is actually published in a paper. That other one was just a thesis. This was in a paper called Religion, Brain, and Behavior. What? This is a cool journal. I like this. Your Wi-Fi's messing up, Alan? I'm sorry about that. I was wondering where you went. Like, you could die for a politician, or you could live to vote in the midterms. It's a bit close-minded of the person who wrote it. Yeah. Let's check out this article. This is actually coming from a real... like peer-reviewed journal. Let me just zoom in so we can read what's going on here. Sindel White, Adam Baimel, and Ara Norinzalian, they wrote this article. You got a lot to do. Well, that's good. Hey, Craig, I hope you have a busy, productive day tomorrow and it all works out for you. All right, so the scientific study of religion has thus far overlooked the study of beliefs and practices that are centered on the notion of karma, ethical causation across one or different lifetimes. Here we outline a set of pertinent questions about karmic beliefs and practices ripe for research, namely their cultural distribution around the world, their structure and content, and their psychological and cultural and antecedents and consequences. All right, so that third part is the only thing that I want to read here. And I'm just going to kind of skip all this intro. I'm sorry, this is not the best way to do it, but I don't want to be here all night with y'all. Cheech or Chong, do you have to choose? You have to choose? Right, me? Well, so that's what people think of karma. It's like you do a bad action on someone and you're going to get a bad action on you. Or you do a good action on someone and then you're going to get a good action in response. That's kind of the concept. It's kind of the concept here we're working with. All right, let's start here. It would be interesting to investigate whether people think about karma as an impersonal force, as theological teachings dictate, or whether believers have theologically incorrect intuitions about karma having agendic features, similar to personified gods who are seen to possess personality traits, i.e. vengeful or forgiving, and mental capabilities, such as sight, awareness, and memory. People understand the minds of gods and regulate their behavior under supernatural monitoring using some of the same cognitive mechanisms involved in understanding other human minds. For example, there is evidence that individuals who struggle to understand other minds, for example, individuals diagnosed along the autism spectrum, or think more analytically, are more likely to be disbelievers, and if they do believe, hold more abstract views of God. Interesting. I never heard that before. Back to the, well, I mean, the Bible is not the only text that has, done that. It's not the only one that's done that. Like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Let's not talk about that one. That one's scary. That one's scary. Hey, Pikachu, welcome back in. Jokotoko, nice to meet you. My name is Elise. We're talking about karma. Karma. That's fascinating, right? Okay, I'm going to read something because I just read something interesting. There is evidence that individuals who struggle to understand other minds, for example, individuals diagnosed along the autism spectrum, or think more analytically, are more likely to be disbelievers of karma, and if they do believe, hold more abstract views of God. Therefore, it is an interesting question whether karmic beliefs also partly depend on an individual's mentalizing abilities, and whether the attribution of mental capabilities and agentic traits to karma has specific consequences for the behavior of believers. If karma is instead represented non-agentically, then cognitive mechanisms besides mentalizing abilities could underlie karmic beliefs. For example, karma might involve intuitions about contagion, a beneficial or dangerous substance that seem to affect individuals. Okay, contagion, I get it. Thereby evoking feelings of contamination and disgust. Purity-related concerns rather than reputation maintenance concerns. Alternatively, karma might involve resource accounting, such as people see their actions creating gains or loss to a running karmic balance of moral currency. All right, so that's what we talked about. How, like, karma can take over your entire psychology. Oh, me, thank you for the whoa. And you got 10 fan noise. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, yeah, they're primal, Alan. They're all primal ideas. I love the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's interesting. I've never checked that one out. But yeah, I mean, these are very primal thoughts, and a lot of those primal ideas were in the Bible, as well as in the Torah and in the Quran, and in more Eastern ideologies. Very simple ideas, parallels. Yeah. In conclusion, understanding how believers of karmic faiths mentally represent karma, how karmic beliefs differ from other related beliefs, and how karmic beliefs are distributed across individuals and groups would further provide insight into how karmic beliefs are constrained by human minds and shaped by culture. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, when you're publishing an article like this, yeah, you're definitely like top knowledge rank of your niche that you research. It all boils back to where we started. Yes. And I am a very primal person. I believe in very primal things. Further, examining people's beliefs about karma would broaden our understanding of how religious cognition can affect a wide range of psychological and behavioral phenomena, including moral judgments, moral emotions such as guilt, shame, empathy, cooperation, social inequality, and self-regulation, to name a few core topics. Our understanding of theodiversity will deepen from a greater force on the currently overlooked karmic religious traditions. Perhaps these questions will even bring good karma to those who investigate them. Oh, I guess that's it. That was the paper. That was interesting, though. I liked that. Yeah, just like the Greek gods and Egyptian gods, and just like Buddha, and just like, dude, the texts that they're talking about, like the religious texts where the concept of karma and the spiritual practice that karma came from, those texts are super old. Those texts are way old. Those stories, they're like legends, like the Greek and Egyptian legends. I don't know exactly how old they are, but I think they're like from the similar time period. Here, I'm gonna verify my... All right, good night, Obscure. I appreciate your participation in the conversation tonight. I hope you join me again. I do stream here on, I don't know, several weeks, several nights of the week. I look forward to seeing you again. I'm always doing stuff like this, drinking tea and talking about some pretty high-level, deep stuff about how we can better our own psychology and our own life and our relationships, understanding other cultures, understanding other people. Let us know when the discussion is in advance so we can gather info beforehand. Oh, really? Alan, is that what you'd like? You'd like me to promote to the family, hey, we're going to talk about this? Come with your research papers. Do your homework. I could do that, Alan. It's a good idea. All right, I want to look this up, though. Right, cool cat, doesn't it? But then, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous. Because then I'll be a D3 and my meter's going to be a lot more aggressive. But I'm going to be a lot more aggressive going to more Japanese streams because I think that's working. It's totally working, cool cat. If I go to a stream, I get at least 2 people, usually like the top 2 people in the channel, like the streamer and their top fan or their top hustler. And they come in and they hang out, and if I core in their channel, they come back and core here, which is great. But I only core in the channels that like I enjoy because I'm going to be spending a lot of time with them, so I want to make sure I enjoy their stream. All right, let's see history. So the Vedas include 4 types of embedded texts. These were written when? They were written in Sanskrit. 18th century. They were composed in 1200 BCE. 1200 BCE. So that's like 3,300 years ago, 3,300 years ago. I know, like, Egypt, like, okay, let's see. '18th century BC. Wait, what? No. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I saw Cloud get out early. I was like, I wasn't listening to her stream, unfortunately, so I don't know why she left. Hey, Saran, welcome in. My name is Elise. It's nice to meet you. Was she annoyed by Holy Cow? Good. Alright, I'm looking for... Okay, so Greek mythology was from 900 BC to 800 BC. So the freaking karmic texts that described karma and all of that, they're from before Greek mythology. Sour cow milk. Hey, Trippy Samurai, welcome in. Oh, good. Well, I'm going to have to go to her broadcast and core up myself. I'm going to make that a priority. And I'll tell her Holy Cow is there for her anytime. Oh, that's funny. That is interesting. I've never like looked at the time period of that. So 900 to 800 BC. That's Greek mythology times. Greek mythology is known today primarily from Greek literature and representations of visual media dating from the geometric period from... So, I mean, this is, like, the only, like, but the Hindi texts that, like, a lot of these articles were citing about, like, the origins of karma and what karma means, those were all from 3,400 years ago. Oh, good. Yeah, I saw OG came in. That's sweet. Alan, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say there? What are you trying to say? So yeah, that truly is interesting. Hey, Violet Vise, welcome in. Welcome to the broadcast. Good to see you. Cheers. I sent your tea out. I sent all of y'all's packages out. Well, there's a couple I didn't get addresses yet. I have a couple more addresses I'll be doing, and then hopefully I can tag everybody else down. But I packed everybody's package. I just need addresses. Yeah. Pikachu, you always look like a big deal. You always look like a big deal dropping bonuses. Hey, but y'all, I think let me verify my report. I mean, crazy shit happens to the meter, so who knows? No, I got a +1. I barely did. I barely got a +1, but I got a +1. So it's official, y'all. We're going into D3 territory. D3 territory. Yeah, I did it. So that means the meter is going to be higher, and don't worry, I'm not going to be putting pressure on y'all to be keeping my meter up with big gifts. I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm gonna spend a lot more time this weekend. I'm gonna spend a lot of time making new friends. And getting them to come hang out with us. Hey, Aggie, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I always appreciate it. We're just going to analyze it. Yeah, sure, analyze it. Hey, Tobias, welcome in. I see, I went to D3 before, I think like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Back when Mike Groves kind of artificially launched me into D3. And I think that was just bad timing. So I want to hold it. I want to do better. And shit, maybe become a C. I think the goal with the contract with the talent agency is that they want us to be a level C within 6 months. That'd be so freaking badass to reach that goal within 2 months. And I want to maintain it. I don't want to just like hop up there and then just like... Maybe that's what it is, because that's what I was wondering, like, why are they concerned with what our rank is at the end of this contract? So that must be the speculation for renewing the contract. There'd be no other reason why they'd bring that up. That was what came in the know. That was like, hey, you've got to up. Right, Violet? I know you got the same notification that I got, because we're actually, Violet and I are in the same agency with each other. Hey, but it makes sense. Hey, Violet, think about it. Like when we've been here for 6 months, we better be at a level C. Just with the number of people that are following and like regularly hanging out with us because they like have developed that relationship. Yeah, I don't think C will be hard for us to get to and maintain after 6 months. I'm just thinking if I can get it after just a few months, that'd be incredible. And like to hold it, you know, and I don't want to be relying on big gifts from people. I want to be relying on like a true network. So what do you think? Cool Cat, before you said 40 core fans for that. But like last month we were at 36 core fans. I think it might need to be higher, maybe even 50. I think 50 core fans may need to be the goal. The thing that's weird about the core fans is like it's almost as if you need to be strategic. Like if you're additionally strategic about when you encourage people to core on your channel based on bonuses that are happening or whatever, I think that could work as well. That could be a strategy. Yeah. But then that's like too much to manage. And then you're like micromanaging your followers. I don't want to do that to y'all. Oh, that's why he's always freaking out because he's trying to like manage it. Yeah, I think I finished this article. Let me go see if there's another one. This one was good. I liked this article. It was a good one. That Russian one was, yeah, making a lot of big claims. Big claims. I want my part of the bonus. Alan, what's your part? American Karma. That looks interesting. Oh, when I win? Well, every month. Yeah, that's why every month I send y'all gifts. Y'all accept your cookies. It requires a license. Ah, damn it. This is actually a book. American Karma. So this is talking about it from the Buddhist perspective. Hey, Aggie, you opened your Poco box. A gift. I send you a gift. That's your bonus. Yeah. But that's because she gifts to people. She's really kind to people too, I'm sure. Come on, open this article. Oh, it downloaded it here. Let's read this abstract first. Abstracts are always good. Give you the gist of it. We can decide if we want to go deeper into it. Don't you mean hustle? Panocha, thank you so much for the really. What if I die? I won't get the bonus. No, Alan, you can't be thinking about that. Psychological theory on social cognition and Buddhist philosophy of cognition suggests that people's actions should determine their impressions of future events. In psychology, several studies have shown that behavior can activate constructs and thereby influence one's perception. However, they do not address pro-social behavior, a specific concern of Buddhist philosophy and the theory of karma. 2 experiments examined the ability of pro-social behavior to influence perceptions of other people using a single-round prisoner's dilemma game. In the first study, cooperative pro-social behavior in the PhD was manipulated by first priming undergraduate psychology student participants with selfless or selfish thoughts through a paragraph reading task. No, Alan. Hey, Jim, welcome in. Thank you for the heart. Right? Pikachu? Purple Star, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. My name is Elise, and we're talking about karma. What'd you think about karma? Karma. You want to be petrified, Alan? So 60, not 50, 60. Yeah, before, remember you estimated that sea level would be 40. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chill. I'm going to chill at D3 for a while until I get close to 60 core fans, which may be next month. So I'm not going to hustle to try to level up. I mean, I definitely will like try to get +1s so that like I can move up on that meter, and then just hold off and wait until the community has grown enough. And then boom. Yeah, I think 45 is a cool goal for this month. Jim, thank you for those roses. Yeah. Hey, but it's working. The reputation is growing. People have been coming in and like, oh, I heard about you from so-and-so streamer. Like, people are talking about me in their streams. They're like, oh yeah, there's this crazy American girl that keeps finding us on Pogo-chan, terrorizing and trolling our comments section. Oh, you gifted Moana? That's good. She's not hard. Dude, Moana is popular. She's very popular. She's beautiful. I know, she comes through here and she helps so much. I love her. I need to get her address. I gotta send her tea. Alright, let's get back to this. In the first study, cooperative pro-social behavior in the PhD was manipulated by first priming undergraduate psychology student participants with selfless and selfish thoughts through a paragraph reading task. PD game and priming control conditions were included. After the PD game, participants read a description of a target person that was ambiguously relevant to pro-social traits. Then they rated the target on 14 positive, neutral, or negative personality traits that were either related or unrelated to the primed construct cooperativeness. As predicted, compared to those who competed, cooperators in the PD rated the target significantly higher on the 4 positive valence traits related to cooperativeness. Due to inadequate manipulation of cooperative behavior, results of Experiment 1 provided only correlational support for the hypothesis. When this limitation was addressed in Experiment 2, trends in the data suggested support for the hypothesis, but results failed to reach significance. Methodological limitations of the current work, as well as directions for future research, are discussed. I don't know. Oh, you want to be in a wax museum, Alan? I could just see it. You're hanging out with Forrest Gump. Yeah, she doesn't have to. I'm going to hook her up, though. I'm going to introduce her to a lot of really cool people in Hawaii for her to stream with. Yeah, I think she's probably networking herself. But it's interesting. We were discussing how we kind of have similar content. You know, mine's a bit more educational. But, you know, like my IRL streaming, she does a lot of that similar IRL. So, like, wherever she's out and about, she likes to stream what she's doing. I like to do that as well. And she's nice. Hook you up with the wax museum. She was at Walmart earlier. Well, hey, yeah, there's a nice Walmart on Oahu. All right, I don't like this article. Oh my god. In Search of Self in India and Japan. That's a book. Well, she streams her shopping. That's cool. I've never seen her shopping. I've just seen her go to like a farmer's market. Hey Steve, welcome back in. Good to see you, buddy. Like karma biting you in the arse. Hey Jim, what are you having, some nudes? Yeah, so Debbie is in recovery mode right now, so we have to be patient with her, but I know she's gunning to like catch up on coring up on all of her channels, so when she gets the time, she's gonna roll through. I know. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any more research on this topic. I'm gonna read this one. I found one. We'll take a quick look at it. Steve, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. No. No, Alan? Yeah, I know. Alan tries to act like he don't want to be supporting here, but he's always supporting. He's like, I'm a troll that doesn't support. The concept of karma. Okay, so this is written by Matthew McKenzie from the Department of Philosophy at Colorado State University. Sup? What's up, Da Vinci? Did you send some bits? You sent some bits? Oh, 4 bits. Oh, how sweet of you. Thank you for that. 4 little bitty bitties. Itty bitty bits. No more research, Alan. Come on, let me read it. Let me read it. I'll put you to sleep, Alan. I'll put you to sleep. Jim, thanks for those hearts. Yeah, Jim, I'm on Twitch right now. Da Vinci is over here throwing some bits. Some bits and bits. The concept of karma is one of the most general and basic for the philosophical traditions of India, one of an interconnected cluster of concepts that form the basic presuppositions of Indian philosophy. And like many general, pervasive, and basic philosophical concepts, the idea of karma exhibits both semantic complexity and a certain fluidity in open texture. That is, the concept may not have a determinate application in all possible cases. It can be fleshed out in quite different ways in different contexts and philosophical traditions, and it should be understood as open in its future applications. Thus, any complete account of the concept of karma must take into consideration its diverse uses across philosophical traditions and across time. Finally, and perhaps most importantly for my purpose, karma is a living philosophical concept. It continues to guide Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain thinking, and it continues to evolve in the process. Hey Aggie, you became a core fan, or a mini fan. Oh, Jim, that's sweet. You saw me on Twitch and you decided to come. Jesus Christ, welcome in. Jesus, we're talking about karma. Please share with us your insights on karma. Please, please, please. I would love it. Tobias is still here. Hey, Tobias. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for hanging out. Da Vinci, what are you doing? If you're going to do your own research, obviously you should be on Facebook. No, I'm on Google Scholar. I'm on Google Scholar. I only read peer-reviewed articles when I do my research, okay? Okay? No Facebook. Although I am streaming to Facebook, so people on Facebook are getting some good research right now. Some people on Facebook are getting a good research. Holy cow is here. What about it? What about it? Hey, Violet Vibes, you're a core fan. Yeah! 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 Oh, you love tea? High roller? Awesome. What kind of tea do you like? Today I'm drinking a Japanese black tea. I'll show you. I'll take a little break from the article. I'll take a little break. A little breaky break. Show you my tea I've been brewing. Black tea, Sri Lankan style, processed style black tea. Yeah, Violet Vibes, you're a core fan again. Thank you. I look forward to sending you more tea. I'm sending masala chai next month, and we can all make milk tea together. Thank you, Violet. Moroccan mint tea, awesome. There's a really funny viral video about Moroccan mint tea that I just freaking love. I guess in Morocco, the culture is to like draw the tea really high, and like the higher you draw the tea when you pour it into someone's cup, like you're aerating the tea. It's actually really nice. It adds a nice texture to the tea when you do that. And also if the tea is very hot, it can cool the tea a little bit. So by the time your guest drinks the tea is like a lower temperature than it was when it was fresh boiled. And so there's a part of it. And so like in this video, I did not send you obscure tea. I sent you like a chocolatey tasting tea. Gotta use the ladder. Hey, Nope, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Pococha. My name is Elise. We are talking about karma. Oh, thank you for the silver prize, High Roller. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Cheers. Cheers. Reddit has gifts as well. Every now and then I get gifts on Reddit. And I just got the silver gift. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll explain that. I got a question. Why do we drink tea from such a small cup? Because the small cup, this is Chinese style. Oh, thank you, Andy. This is the Chinese style of teacup to use. And we use it traditionally, or not traditionally, but conventionally in the Gung Fu tea service. Gung Fu cha. I know, right? But it's okay. It's fine. I can multitask. And so the small cup like this, it like encourages you to take small sips instead of just gulping it all down. And in those small sips, you have more mindfulness in what you're drinking. You're not just gulping it down and not thinking about it. Like the small cup is kind of forcing you to sip and savor and really sit in the experience. I do like coffee. I love coffee. Every morning I have a cup. I make with an AeroPress. My friend, he roasts beans locally here in Las Vegas. And I like one of his freaking, what is it? Is it Mozambique? No. Ethiopian beans. Yirgacheffe. The area Yirgacheffe. Oh, those are so good. So fruity. You use a straw, Alan? Good for you. So yeah, this is the tea I'm drinking. I can brew some more. I should heat the water again. Have fresh hot water. So yeah, what do you all think about karma? Do you feel like it influences your psychology in your life? microwave? I don't like to put anything in the microwave. Boo boo on the microwave. Boo boo boo. My purpose here is not to give an exhaustive account of the notion of karma, even for the Buddhist tradition, let alone for the other philosophical traditions that employ the concept. Rather, I shall give a reading of certain key aspects of the Buddhist theory of karma that will bring it into direct contact with recent work in philosophical psychology and phenomenology. I love that word, phenomenology. Fuck yeah. In the hopes of achieving a degree of mutual illumination between Buddhist and Western philosophy. Yes, I like this. That's interesting. Karma is real. That's what Andy says. In particular, I will draw on the inactivist work of Francisco Varela, Evan Thompson, and Eleanor Roche, which is itself deeply influenced by Buddhism, in order both to make sense of certain traditional aspects of the Buddhist approach to karma and to give as indication of what a contemporary reconstruction of the concept might look like. My account will be both interpretation and appropriation. So, hey King. It's a lot of live streaming, yeah. I put my Pikachu in the microwave, had it through the microwave, away pieces of small exploded. Oh my gosh, is that the Pikachu that's here? That's the Pikachu you're talking about? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Crafty, crafty. That's some wise advice here on Reddit. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. It's kind of like there's a saying that I feel is prevalent in a lot of different cultures, and the one that like I knew, and I lived when I was in the Peace Corps, I lived in Niger, West Africa. Jim, thank you for the good. And you got good again noise. Hey Jim, I sent you tea today. I sent your tea today. Cheers to that. And the saying in Hausa was Sanu Sanu Batahana Zoa, which means slowly, slowly, she won't get there. Slowly, slowly, she won't get there. Which seems like counterintuitive, but it's kind of the same saying. Hey, Cryodamus. Hey, Mocha! Welcome! Mocha! Hajimashite! Watashi no namae wa Erisu desu! Yoroshiku onegaishimasu! Welcome! Hi. You have this in your name. That's so nice. This, I love you. That's my heart. Kore wa Hearto! I love you! Erisu! Hi! Welcome in. Yeah, Mocha was in Hazel's broadcast. And I, followed Mocha. Now Mocha is here. The tea life is good. I'm just about to decant and drink a little bit more of this Japanese black tea. And we're talking about karma today. I'm doing a little academic lit review for karma. Yup. Mocha is from Japan, but Mocha was in Hazel's broadcast the other day. Nice tea. Japanese girl. Yes, and I believe Mocha speaks fluent English. So don't worry about trying to speak Japanese. I know I was speaking Japanese to her, but I just wanted her to feel comfortable here. Ima, 9:30. Google. Librian, good to see you again. Welcome in. Alan is cracking up. cracking up. All right, I'm gonna get back to this article. It's 1:30. Konnichiwa. Yes, I'm in Las Vegas. Thank you for, in Texas it's 11:30. It's almost your bedtime, Pikachu. Almost your bedtime. Awkwardly, winking my eye. Mar, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. I'm just drinking some tea, talking about karma. 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 My focus then will be on two interrelated aspects of the Buddhist theory of karma. After some preliminary comments on the general philosophical notion of karma and on the enactivist approach to philosophical philosophy, I will explore the distinctively Buddhist idea that through the karmic process we enact ourselves, that is, we make and remake ourselves through our actions. Oh, King, yeah, you're hitting midnight. You're in the middle of the night. Rina Pola, welcome. Thank you, Florida 123. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Second, I will discuss the idea that we also enact our worlds through karma. That is, that our patterns of action and reaction bring forth meaningful worlds, which in turn shape these very patterns for better or worse. In this process, we shape and are shaped by the possibilities for action disclosed within these worlds. And crucially, we enter enabled worlds midstream, as if we're already at birth, the products of this ongoing process. Finally, I will briefly discuss the character and cultivation of enlightened action, action free from the production of karma. That is interesting. I think that's the one thing I do want to look at. Alan, making everybody laugh here. All right, so I'm going to get to this last part about enlightened action. No, well, yeah, 9:30. California. In California, West Coast, it's 9:30 p.m. Yes, Alan. Come on. That's what tonight. I told you. We were going to go to school. Do that. Yeah, call me do that. We was going to school tonight to learn some stuffs. Okay? I'm just trying to get to the end. Enlightened action. I believe that that's what we should be focused on. Freedom from karma. Freedom! Freedom! So if in the Buddhist view the karmic arc keeps human beings bound to samsara, what is the proposed solution? Initially, the goal of practice is to improve one's karma by developing skillful rather than unskillful habits. Gung Fu, mindfulness, conditioning, and modes of perception and action. Ultimately, however, liberation requires the dismantling of negative karmic patterns and the end of karmic accumulation. The highly advanced practitioner may have reduced her ignorance, cultivated skillful habits, and increased her ability to act on good intentions, satana. An enlightened being, however, has overcome ignorance, perceives directly, and acts without santana. The result is said to be wise and compassionate, spontaneous responsiveness, that is, enlightened activity. Overcoming karma in this interpretation involves the progressive dismantling of those habits and forms of conditioning that lead to reactivity over responsiveness. Did y'all hear that? That was good news. I feel really good about that. I feel like when I was explaining my personal interaction with karma, I'm always focusing on the positive. Remember I was saying that? I'm always focusing on the positive instead of dwelling on the negative or the potentially negative karmic reactions that could happen. That's enlightened action. That's not reacting. That's responding. Reacting would be like focusing on the negative and having this state of fear. Hey, Mr. Mars, welcome in. Good to see you, friend. Hey, Mr. Mars is not here. He's on Twitch. Mr. Mars, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. I love you. I like that. Responsive action then displays what the phenomenologists, I love that word, phenomenology. Phenomenology. Yeah, Mocha, welcome to the family. Welcome to the motherfucking T family. Happy to have you here. I'm good, Mr. Mars. I'm good. I'm reading a nice article right now. Phenomenologist Samuel Todes calls poise. In Toad's view, which closely follows Merleau-Ponty, poise is a form of living, embodied responsiveness to one's circumstances that is, he says, the primary form of directed action. He writes, this intention of the active body is poised in dealing with the things and persons around us. It is sharply to be distinguished from its correlate, the pose of the inactive body. Poise is always a way of responding to or dealing with objects around one. Poise is a way of separating oneself from these objects. Poise does not, when successful, coincide or agree with this later effects, and does will with its achievements. Rather, when successful, poise is its own effect. Phenomenologists? You know what that reminds me? It reminds me of, in Japanese. Demo, hiragana de, moka, karma, hiragana de, kanji dekinai, sumasen. Sorry. Phenomenologists. It reminds me of that song. Phenomenologist. Do 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 do. Phenomenologist. Do do do. Phenomenologist. Do 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 do. Phenomenologist. Without looking. Goal. Karma is goal. Phenomenologist is Pheno ONOLOGIST. I'm reading about karma. Where'd I? Oh, it's PHENOMENOLOGIST. I am not good at spelling bees. I never won any spelling bees ever in my whole life. I may be intelligent, but I don't care about spelling. Hey GFS, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. We're talking about karma. Poise, then, is a type of spontaneous fluid responsiveness to one's circumstances that is in sharp contrast to both the stereotyped reactions of karmic conditioning and explicit willful effort. In both reaction and willful effort, there is a separation between agent, action, and circumstance that is absent in poise. Oh, interesting. So when you're poised, your agent, action, and circumstances are all intimately connected. There's a lot of Ruby and kanji. I didn't know that. Goal is one of Ruby? What do you mean by Ruby? See, I could have told you that. You could have told me this, Alan? Well, that's good. Tell me more. When I act in an effective, poised way, it is not merely that what I was trying to do is an argument with what I distinguishably did do. Rather, there were no two things to compare. but only the perfect fit of me and my circumstances. It is only in failure of response and loss of poise that a distinction appears between what I was willing to try, what I was trying to do, and what I did. Gyo wa nan desu ka? Oh, you could have told me to spell it. Well, that's good for you, Alan. There's one thing that you can do better than me. Waza. Yeah, Mocha, what are all those words meaning? Gyo and waza. Okay, so go is kyo and waza. Are those all the same words? You're going to drink, Alan? Well, good for you. In a stereotypical reaction, the action is already fixed and is then simply triggered by the circumstance. In a willful effort, one has a determinate and explicit intention and goal. In either case, one does not have the perfect fit of poised responsiveness. Thus, poise is non-dual. It is not characterized by a subject-object dichotomy. We can also say that in acting with poise, one engages in an effortless deed. A key quality of Bodhisava's actions. The idea here is that in poised action, one does not need to have an explicit conceptual representation of one's goals and one's intended action. Hey, Mr. Good Guy, Vampiro, welcome y'all into the broadcast. It is nice to meet you. My name is Elise, and we are talking about karma. Karma. Tiggerific! The wonderful things about Tigger. Because Tigger's a wonderful thing. The fermenting, you're going to make alcohol, that's right. Right? Because there's like, mocha is hard for us to understand vocabulary for concepts that like are not a part of our value system. I think that's right. Mocha, I think that's right. In the Buddhist sense, when true poise does not involve satana, explicit intention, which drives karma, Toad writes, in willing, I can clearly distinguish my own act from what it makes of my circumstantial objects, both from what it makes them out to be and from what it makes them become. But in poise, no such distinction is possible. My poise is the way I make of my circumstantial objects. Merely the circumstantial objects that they originally are those that fell to active experience. Hey, librarian, thank you for the like. Pokota, thank you for the like. When one is the action, no residue of self-consciousness remains to observe the action externally. When non-dual action is ongoing and well-established, it is experienced as grounded in a substrate that is at rest and at peace. To forget oneself is to realize one's emptiness. To realize one's every characteristic is conditioned and conditional. Okay, Mr. Mars, go ahead. I know this is like some ASMR. You're welcome. Oh, you're going to ferment some sake? Interesting. On this inactive account of action, one's direct apprehension of one's environment, that is, the affordances of the situation, brings about action. One does not need to intervene representative of the kind I intend to X. The suggestion, then, is that we may see the Indian Buddhist path of liberation from karma as involving the cultivation of poise, or spontaneous responsiveness, and the stable, attentive awareness that grounds it, in order to dismantle karmic conditioning and eventually to develop sufficient attentiveness, responsiveness, so that one no longer reinforces or acquires stereotyped reaction patterns, good or bad. In the meantime, the practitioner strives to displace unskillful actions and habits based on distorted perception and reactivity with skillful actions and habits based on awareness and responsiveness. Our afflictions and delusions blind us to the opportunities for wise and compassionate actions all around us. But through practice, one may develop greater sensitivity to the moral affordances that saturate our worlds, as well as the skillful means to cope with them in wise and compassionate ways. All right, Alan, so after you get drunk, then I can talk all I want. Tiggerific. Thank you for the like. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger's a wonderful thing. Hey, Jim. Thank you for all that peace. Peace and love. You give me a little dove, a little peaceful dove. Thank you. Get that box. Get that box. Get that box. Get it. Get it. As Varela insists, mastery of the skillful means of ethical expertise results in the elimination of all habits so that the practitioner can realize that wisdom and compassion can arise spontaneously out of wisdom. Hey, money. Money, money, money. Money. Welcome in, money. My name is Ladies. We're talking about karma. I'm going to read that again because I think that was inspirational. Mastery of the skillful means of ethical expertise results in the elimination of all habits so that the practitioner can realize that wisdom and compassion can arise spontaneously out of wisdom. So there's a value of wisdom. Some people may say, hey, why is it important for us to care about wisdom? Like, why is it important for us to value older generations? They don't provide, productive energy to society. It's like, no, there's wisdom we must respect. The virtues that arise from this practice are primarily perceptual and affective rather than discursive or calculative. And they are essentially active. Indeed, from an activist perspective and commensurate with the Bodhisattva ideal, enlightenment cannot be separated from enlightened activity. Thus, enlightened beings help to enact enlightened worlds. Through bringing it into contact with recent work in philosophical psychology and phenomenology, I hoped to have given an indication of the richness of the concept of karma, and I believe the theory of karma has much to attribute to contemporary thinking. For quite independently of questions of rebirth, the theory can help to highlight the subtle and complex connections between evolution, cognitive processes, moral psychology, and phenomenology, and ethical theory. Far from being an outdated conceptual framework, better left to historians of religion, I think a contemporary and fairly full-bodied theory of karma can be a source of real insight. Mr. Mars, I do not do this every day, but on Fridays I do this stream. It's called Best Life Fridays, where I do like an academic deep dive into a concept for us to make, some value assessments on how individually we can all put ourselves on a path towards our best life. Habits and karma are the same, Alan, right? Right, Jim? We need hey, Goku is in the house. Yeah, Jim is wisdom, that's for sure. But Goku left. Goku just dropped in to give us a like and then left. I liked this one. I liked this article, this concept. It really did finally kind of sum up what I've been, thinking about in this subject. That, it's not that we have to deny that karma, because at the beginning of this conversation, I had a friend in here on Reddit that was sharing their perspective that oh, Alan, you're gonna be competing with Jim on. I try to stop getting older, but you're gonna try to have a wisdom competition over here. I'm sure I know for sure that both of y'all. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like this is a nice background. This is like my art background. I'm gonna be closing out the stream pretty soon. But yeah, our friend on Reddit at the beginning of this broadcast was sharing their perception that the concept of karma and the kind of crutch that we use it to help justify when good or bad things happen in our life is, kind of defeating for us and inhibiting on us to fully manifest the future that we need. All right, Alan, I'll leave y'all to it. But I like how this article that I just read kind of took that to a deeper level, where it's like, it's not that karma is, that we needed to deny karma, because like that. Yeah, let's confuse it. Hey man, welcome in. I'm getting a little confused too, but I can handle it. I'm figuring it out. So the commenter from Reddit was saying that because it is inhibiting to us, we need to learn how to live our lives to like ignore karma, to not be thinking about karma, to not be calculating our life and the actions and the decisions that we need to be making based on karma, because that can actually inhibit us from actualizing the real good future that we deserve, right? But this last article is really great. Hey Leia, welcome in. Good to see you. This last article is saying it's not about ignoring the karma. It's about elevating and enlightening your own activities, which is a combination of a lot of things. It's a combination of agency. It's a combination of consequences. It's a combination of the interconnectivity of like when your actions affect something else, which is all related to the concept of agency as well. That like all of those things are so enlightened that you're manifesting something beyond karma. Like you are like immune to karma. Like karma does not exist for you because you're on this higher level of manifestation where you're in the flow with this like higher level, I guess. The karma of the streamer is askew. I'm good, the man. But what do you think about this, Alan? That the highest level of wisdom and the highest level of enlightenment has you in a position where you're immune to karma. What do you think about that perception, that concept? Karma means that I can sleep soundly at night because everything I've ever treated badly had it coming. All right, that could be a perception. That definitely could be a perception there. Hey, Mr. Mars! Are you still on Twitch? Are you still on Twitch? I'll go check you out. I'll see. I can check I haven't checked who's been hanging out on Twitch. Karma is there whether you need or want it or not. I don't know. I mean, whenever I was like talking about my own experience with karma, about how I never focus on the negative as far as like dwelling on negative things that have happened in the past or focusing on potential negative things that will happen in the future. I'm only focusing on the positive. I'm wondering if that is like really causing no karma to happen, or the karma is still happening. I mean, karma, and also that's another thing that these articles want to remind us, is that karma in and of itself is a construct. And any construct is like a moving target, basically. If you believe in karma, the loophole like that is human made, right? It's a construct. It's a construct. So any kind of construct, as we've learned in past studies, is a complete moving target. It's subjective. It's all based on our own perception. So there's that. Hey, Mr. Mars, what do you think of my Twitch setup? Oh, he's gone. He just dropped in to say hi and then left. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say. I think we've had a nice conversation. I've enjoyed this a lot. Even though it was like pulling teeth for Alan over here. He didn't like it. Oh yeah, you heard I was preaching? Oh no, Mr. Mars says it's very interesting. Thank you, Mr. Mars. I appreciate that. Mr. Mars, do you stream to Twitch as well, or are you just doing the Pococha? Thank you for the hearts, Jim. Did all of y'all get your boxes? The man, are you working on your boxes? Alan, as usual, you're probably like last minute not have. Oh, Mr. Mars is here. I see you. You changed your profile picture, Mr. Mars. That's a nice photo. I like that. I like it. What box else? You're working on your boxes. Okay, cool. Get them. Box, box, box. You never been live on here before? It's different. It's a completely different experience than Pococha. I've been on here for a couple of years now, but I really only been cultivating, you know, my community on Twitch for the past year or so. Even though I've been here longer, I used to just stream here and not really paid attention to it. But I like Twitch a lot. Where are you gonna move? Oh, Alan, you got 38 seconds. Don't miss it this time. You miss it, you'll never get another chance. Oh, you might do it tomorrow? Cool. Well, I'll check you out. I'm following you. Maybe, let me make sure I'm following you. I don't know, Jim. I thought you enjoyed Twitch better. Fix my camera. I'm gonna go do that right now, actually, because it's bothering me. You're not gonna sit and listen to Karma for 2 years. Oh, Jim, you're being sarcastic? I'm sorry. Gotcha. You prefer... Well, you're harassing me anyway, and I let you. It's okay. Oh, you're moving in Washington. Cool, man. I hope it's a successful move for you. Alright, I followed you. So I'll see you when you go live. Alright. Let me see. Let me... move this here. And I'm gonna fix my camera. I'll be right back. Hey, Haz, welcome. Good to see you again, Haz. Let's see. Yeah, are you gonna post it to the family? You know, Island, I don't really like guns. Now, if you got a blade or if you got like some nunchucks or some other ninja weapons, yes. Pocatana, welcome in. What would be holding you back from moving the man? Weather? Something like that? Let's see if this helps. Oh, that does help a lot. It does help a lot. I was out of focus. Oh, hey, David. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. My plans for this weekend, I'm going to be chillaxing. I think I'm going to come and clean my space, though, here. My office and tea room and warehouse. Clean it all up, organize it. I've got a health inspection coming up, so I've got to get everything perfectly into code. And then I think I'm going to be cruising by my pool. Also, I'm in the middle of Squid Games. And I may actually watch the entire show again. No, I was out of focus on my other camera. I'm in better focus now. A world of difference. Dude, it's graphic. But I feel like I need to watch it again because I keep like falling asleep on it, and like I'm like definitely caught up on everything, but I feel like maybe like in my like off and on napping I'm missing some key dialogues and stuff. But it is like a shocking movie. Shocking. Mokachi-san, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Erisu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Welcome. You speak English? Please say hello. This is our family. Motherfucking T family. You got your first box, man? Good for you. I'll stay on for y'all. I don't have anything else going on, so I'll stay on for y'all. Let's see. Mokachi-san, laiba desu. Nihonjin desu. Follow shimashita. Mokachi-san. Hello. Eigo. Ah, this is your main account for Mocha. Ah, I see. Oh, it's a one-bedroom apartment? Cool. You have 3 minutes. Cool. You can go learn the culture. I will. Mokachi-san, arigato. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Do you love Japanese language? Do you speak Japanese? No name? No name. No name. Oh, you speak Arabic. Well, thank you for speaking English over here, because I don't speak Arabic. Oh, sometimes you're streaming on this account. I know, I saw you stream on this account. So I followed you. Next time you go live, I'll be there. 38 seconds, Alan? Wait, what the fuck? Did you miss the other box? 2 minutes? Okay, get your boxes. I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. I'll just go check my email while I wait. Sea-Dog in the house. Welcome in, Sea-Dog. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. What box? Your freaking box. So before I go, do y'all have any closing thoughts on karma you want to share? Oh, Cool Cat, thank you for the applause. You didn't have to do that. Cool Cat, what are you doing? Thank you, Cool Cat. Oh. Yeah, no, 10. Juji. It's 10 o'clock here. 10:04. Hi. I love the upside down smiley face. I use that fucker all the time. I love it. I love it. You can go live from your phone or your laptop, Mars. 50 seconds. All right. He's got it. Jim, thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. Karma. Look, Alan. You're the one bringing it up. Yeah, we're talking about karma tonight. Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Jim says it's there whether we like it or not. But it is a construct, which means that we can make it into whatever we want. That's the thing that's cool about constructs, is that they can be fucked up and put us into bad situations, but then we can also tweak them the way we want them. Number 1, it's there. Not number 2? Okay, cool. I'll watch it in the mornings. I do watch streams in the morning. All right, Jim. Have a good night. Rest well. Hey, Ashley. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart. You've got 10 fan noise. Way to go. Alan, thank you for the farewell turd. Jim, have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. You think karma's a bad thing? So you don't live your life based off of karma? You don't like to think about it? Thank you for the like, Ashley. I just know this. And this is not even like the official word for it, but it's just a casual way of saying I love you. Yeah, number 2. Okay. Isn't that a meme? That's why I like to give the Let's Dance, because it's like, hey, check that one out. It is a sign. Yeah, it is. With this one, that one. Oh, you're learning Japanese hand signs right now. Oh, that's cool. I know, cool cat. Are you anti-Longhorns? Are you an Aggie? Are you an Aggie? Giggle. 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 I remember that shit. I think it is a global one. Ashley, thank you for the heart. Giggle. Do you know that, Alan? Do you know that about the Aggies? There's a lot of pride in Texas. Bush Jr., did he have an answer for them? Oh. Oh, the sign is like... Alright, Mokachi, enjoy your walk. Have a nice walk. Enjoy your day. See you again. Come back, please. Are you close to 2,000? Hey, me. Congrats on your 50 fan noise. Yeah, you're almost to 2K. My day was really good, the man. It was very productive. This morning was a little stressful because I locked myself out midstream last night while I was doing my fire show in the back. I locked myself out. And the locksmith... Yeah, Ken and I are going to take over. Ah, Mokachi, arigato. Harto arigato. Eru Ome, you got 10 fan noise. Yay! Mr. Mars, thank you for hanging out on Twitch. Did you notice, does my video look better, Mr. Mars, than when you first arrived in here? Does my video look better? Cowrie? Oh yeah, you go to Cowrie stream, yeah. How do you go back in? Back in where? Cool. Yeah, because I had to zoom my camera. I feel so stupid. I've been streaming here all week with a bad zoom. Will there be a test on karma? Good question, me. No, Taz. No, this is for you. This is information for you to take with how you like it. You can break windows. I have not seen Ken's sister. Is she cute? Yardbeat Lion, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. Welcome to the broadcast. The house during your stream. Oh, how did I get back in? Oh, I wasn't in my house. I'm actually at my warehouse right now. This is my office, my warehouse studio. And when I did the fire show, yeah, I got locked out. And so I was like, oh shoot, I've got to like, oh nice. Don't worry, me. This is information for you. There's no test on it. But you are welcome to come back and ask more questions about it. I'm happy to talk about it again. These are important topics that can help us live better lives. Yeah, so I had to turn off my stream and call my mom because I thought maybe my mom had a key to my office. She's like a 40-minute drive away, so she came. She did not have a key to my office. But she had a key to my house. So, you know, she was able to help me get home. But Bitcoin was locked in the warehouse. Everything was left on. So thank goodness, like, nothing set fire in Bitcoin. I mean, he kind of tore up the office because he was looking for food. Because he was hungry. Candace, welcome in. Nice to meet you. I did a fire show last night. I did 3 fire shows last night. Maybe I'll do another one since I've ranked up. I've ranked up now to D3. Celebrate that. No more karma. No more karma. Nice one, Alan. I like that. You're playing WWE? Cool. I don't really play any games. Although someone just gifted me an NES emulator with like hundreds of games on it. But I only play Dr. Mario. It automatically locks behind me. Yeah, I got some gifts. People came through. People rolled through. And actually, I think like 4 people just cored up with their time. So I think, yeah, the bonuses came. I don't know. What's my fan noise at? I'm only at 29. Maybe I hit 25,000 today on my fan noise. I don't know how it happened. It just like magically happened. I just looked at my meter and I'm like, what? I don't need a milk crate. I can actually undo the automatic lock. And I had undid the automatic lock when I did the first 2 fire shows. But then after that, I thought I was done. So I redid the lock to make sure it was locked. And then I ended up doing kind of like a spontaneous last show. And I didn't check that setting on the door. So you can easily turn off the auto lock setting. I just didn't pay attention. So it was my fault. It was my fault. But I got back in the morning at 8 o'clock. I was able to call the locksmith, and then they were here by 10:30. It took him like less than a second to pop my door open. There's only one locksmith here. Where? Where is it, Ellen? What's there? Hey, Saran. Thank you for the like. Welcome in. Yeah, someone who Meds was saying that I need to learn how to pick locks. It was $100. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, but I've leveled up, so with my leveling up, I should be making like an extra $100 this month. So I can just, you know, put it on that. Mistakes made with the irresponsible Pokechaing. Fam pic. Oh, I'm gonna go check the fam. You told me you posted some pictures in there. I'll go check it out. Oh, yeah, see your big gun. I see that. Any weed plants. Alan, is that a picture of you with your wife that you posted in the fam? You're playing Divas? I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Oh, I'm so excited to get home. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to this show. It starts at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 10 p.m. now. That's 3 hours. It's like, that's too short of a time. I guess I could take like an hour-long nap, but I feel like it's too short of a time. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'm gonna go home and relax. Bye, Alan. See you tomorrow. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming. Maybe I'll be streaming from the pool. They get you up at 5. Okay, well, rest well, Alan. I'll see you tomorrow. Follow Alan. Alan is on his way to becoming top troll of Pokecha. Follow him. He's destined for great things. Your box is almost done, man? Okay, cool. I'll definitely stay on for you to get your box. I love you like that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, hentai. Ah! Hipotechi. Hipotechi. Go me. Sorry. Coyote, you returned. What do you want? It's done. What do you want? He needs more time. He needs time. He wants to become my core fan. Hentai old boy. He loves me so much. Wants to be. Alright, see you, the man. Wants to be. Right? Isn't Twitch better, Jim? It is. You can see me so clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. All of the dark clouds are at me now. Much better over here, huh, Jim? What you say? Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see the setup? Wow. You can see me? That's me. That's my OBS. The focus is you. It's on me. Now I'll make my OBS big so you can see. Like, isn't that cool? Ah, I look so nice. It's so nice on my arts behind me. Yeah, so that's my setup. See, y'all miss it out. It's nice. I do have one that's vertical as well. You can see this one. And this is one. Hi, Pokecha. Yeah, you see Pokecha on my phone here. This is one that I'd like to send to Pokecha, right? Because you see, it's like mobile size. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. That's me. Hi, peace. They're probably all wondering. Reddit's probably wondering. What is this woman doing? What is this woman doing? Hey, new friends on Reddit, welcome in. Good to see y'all. I'm just about to finish. I think everybody here got their boxes, so I'm gonna go. I'm free. I'm liberated. I think you do. Cookies with friends. Because you're her. Alright, let's see. Someone trying to troll me, I believe. Let's see the trolling. Oh, you're not trolling. You think I look like her? What movies was she in? She's quite beautiful. I'm definitely not her though. But thank you for that call. It's so funny because on Reddit, when someone says something like that to you, like a lot. Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. No, usually on Reddit when someone says, oh, you look like so-and-so. Do you know who so-and-so is? And I look them up and it's like some kind of troll, you know? And I'm like, all right. I guess I kind of look like them. Dude, I had like a teacher, a substitute teacher in elementary school that I used to always troll. I hated him so much. He was so rude. And I would say that he looked like Louis Anderson because he looked like Louis Anderson. And like, I know Louis Anderson is she was in Younger. I love that show. Younger. I never saw that show, Younger. But, you know, I wasn't trying to tell him he looked like Louis Anderson because I wanted to tell him he was ugly. Like, you know, Louis Anderson just looks like Louis Anderson. He looked like him. And he'd be, like, so pissed at me. And he'd be like, well, you look like... Who the fuck did he say I looked like? Like a really mean insult to me. That was, like, completely, like, not even my own gender. And I was like, what? Why you gotta be like that? You're like supposed to be like an inspiration, influence, like positive influence on these students. Oh really? Is she 40? Let's check out her age. She's 46! Dang, but she is beautiful. She's best friends with Hilary Duff. Well, Hilary Duff is in her 30s. I know she's just like a year or two younger than me, and I know how old I am. Do you look like Monster from the Goonies? Are you serious, Cool Cat? No ways. Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. That's the show. But she has to hide her age. Yeah, I guess, I mean, people think that I look pretty young. I don't try to hide my age. I'm like super open about my age. I'm 38. I just turned 38. Yeah, Jim, you're right. 46 is not old. Was I implying that? I don't think I was. I didn't say that. Definitely not. 46 is not old. It's just like compared to like pretending to be like a 26-year-old in your in your roles. Yeah, people think I'm like 28. I'm like, no, I'm old. I'm old. And I don't like wear makeup or do anything, you know, to try to hide what I look like. I got my wrinkles. I've got my gray hairs. You can see gray hairs. I just try to keep my wrinkles to like smiling wrinkles. I think that's a good thing. I try not to have worry wrinkles, which I have a couple, but I try to calm. Enlightened activity makes me immune to karma. She doesn't look 28, 26, but she's pretending to be 26. You know, a lot of times that's the case. Oh, I've been live for 4 hours. Yes. That's the case with a lot of actors. They're playing like teenagers in movies, and they're actually like 25 or 26. It's like, dang, they're making the kids look older. Like when I was 16, I wasn't looking that way. My name is Bud. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Elise. Your name is Bud. Bud Elise. Bud Elise. Right, but the show, she's really 40, but she pretends to be 26 for a job. Ah, I see. Oh, that's cool. Is that like Drew Barrymore in, what was that, Almost 16? That's what they called the show. Thank you for the like, Bud. What was that called? What was the show called? The movie with Drew Barrymore where she went back to school. But she played like a middle, never been kissed. She's trying to keep people from finding out. Oh, she's trying to keep people from finding out. I see. And that's the whole premise of the show. Well, that was the same thing in Never Been Kissed, right? She was just trying to like write a story. So she was like undercover playing a 16-year-old. Hipotechi. Nampun kwa jikan. Nampun. Jim, thank you. Thank you for sharing me. And they can't let people find out she's not a millennial because it would look bad on their company. But eventually everyone finds out, but the show goes on anyway. Eventually Hilary Duff finds out and has to help her hide because their publishing company is for millennials. Oh my gosh, so they're like ages. 30分? Okay. でも今多分明日はおやぎします。Let me look this up. おぎやぎプールで swimming pool で You'll be back. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. Let me see. Sue shimasu. Ashita. Sue shimasu. Okay, he's gone. Alright, I can go now. Alright, I'm gonna pop off of here because I've done enough. Adios. Bye-bye. Let's see. Should I raid anybody on Twitch? Is there anybody to raid? I know we just have a few people here. Jim, thank you for all those cool emojis. Homies for Nomies. Let's go raid Homies for Nomies. I'm here for a second so I can raid her channel. But thanks for hanging out. I'm glad I got this stream in. I was a little afraid I was going to be too tired to do it, but it was fun. I learned a lot. I feel like empowered and enlightened to evolve myself beyond the limitations of karmic exchange. You just bought some tea cookies? Awesome. What kind of tea did you get? The peach and raspberry. Cool. I don't have any peach or raspberry tea. I only have like a unblended, unflavored tea. All right, let's go raid. No me's. Oh, Bitcoin's here. Bitcoin, you ready to go home? Yeah, we're gonna go home now. All right, Reddit. You're gonna try to do a water test, a water fast. Oh, that's good for you. Yeah, maybe the tea will help you if you need help with your cravings or whatever. Oh, that's awesome, Jim. All right, but anyway.